In the previous episode, we covered the best ways to level all skills for our companions. In this episode, we'll be covering all aspects of having a family clan: marriage, getting pregnant, having babies, and how to grow a clan's numbers exponentially. Without further ado, let's get right into
the ripping and the tearing, the ripping and the tearing. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
If we start a campaign, we automatically begin with 3 family members, 2 brothers and 1 sister. In Sandbox mode, we start with no family.
He's already dead.
We can increase the number of family members within our clan with a couple of strategies: strategic marriages and getting it on. Marrying is the quickest way to add or lose nobles for our clan, so let's look closer at how it works. For our main character, we can marry any available noble of the opposite sex other than a faction or clan leader, and they will join our clan. This works for both male and female characters. However, for siblings and kids, the rules change quite a bit. Male characters who marry a faction or clan leader will be lost to the other clan. If they marry a regular noble, our clan will then take them in and we can control them directly. For female characters, marrying to a noble from another clan will result in losing them to that clan. This can get a little confusing, so here's a general rule of thumb that I like to follow. Marry off male family members to non-faction or clan leaders, and don't marry off female family members to anyone. This will ensure our clan only grows in size and not shrinks. Like anything in life, there are exceptions to the rules. Marrying off female family members can be a good idea if we plan to recruit that clan in the future, since relation gain increases a lot after marriage. We can also marry off female family members to clans within our kingdom that lack a spouse. This will ensure that clans expand by having kids and does not die off. One of my favorite ways to use this is promoting a companion to a noble and then marrying them off to a sister or daughter. Without this marriage, companion clans are a sausage fest and will eventually die off. Marriage proposals for our main character can be done in 2 ways: through chat checks or through negotiations. Chat checks are done directly with the marriage candidate and take 2 separate events to pass, as well as a payment negotiation with the other clan leader. We can also go the negotiation route, securing the marriage instantly, but oftentimes costing significantly more dinars. One thing to keep in mind is spouses will come with an armor set and weapons, and sometimes a mount, which can be sold to recoup the cost. And the final way to expand our clan is through something our parents used to call the birds and the bees. Here are some basic rules for having kids. Both spouses must stay in a fief together to get pregnant, but once pregnant, there are no restrictions. There are 2 factors for determining how likely pregnancy is, both of which are tied only to the mother. The mother's age is a big determining factor for pregnancy, with 18 years old being the highest chance and getting less with each year up to 45 when it becomes impossible. And second, for each child born, the chances of getting pregnant again are reduced. In this test, it took 14 days waiting in town for my brother's wife to get pregnant and 19 days for my wife. Both of them were aged 18. It seems the pregnancy happens around the daily wage payment tick, which means you can save the game and reload if RNG doesn't bless you with a child, saving you the time from waiting around. Once 35 or 36 days have passed from the beginning of pregnancy, there will be a birthing event. There are a total of 6 different outcomes and 2 different variables. The child can be stillborn, a single baby, or in rare instances, twins. The mother can either survive the birth or die during labor. Again, this event is completely RNG, and you can save on day 34 and keep reloading until you get the desired outcome. A final note, the sex of the child seems to be about 50-50, male and female, but without a lot more data, it's hard to say conclusively. There is no hard limit to how many kids one mother can have, but mathematically, it becomes more and more difficult after having 3 kids. However, the father can continue to pump and dump as long as he lives. With some luck or some safe scumming, our wife will die after the 3rd child is born, so we can remarry and start pumping out more babies with a new wife. Any child born within our clan will be fully controllable by us, meaning we can level them up as we see fit, appoint them as a governor, or marry them off to have children of their own and expanding the clan further. Once born, a child will have 6 stages of life where we can pick attributes and focus points to allocate. Upon reaching 18, they'll become an adult with a cutscene and will be able to distribute even more points. These kids are going to be so OP. As our character ages and dies off, we can select an heir to take over the clan, allowing us to continue the campaign through them. Now that we know all the rules and have plenty of data to back it up, let's look at an example of how we can grow a family and clan. To help us, we will enlist Sir Humpsalot along with his family.
Clan leaders.
You're all alike. All you really care about is getting laid. I wish I was going with you.
We will start in campaign mode to pick up the extra family members as well as wives for both of our main character and brother, and this creepy dude. We won't be doing anything other than waiting in town and things that would demonetize the video if we showed it. Only one of the two spouses needs to have the level 25 charm perk Virile for it to work, and they don't stack. Not even a couple days into the test and both wives are pregnant. Looks like we've got some Olympic swimmers. Both kids popped out okay and both parents survived the ordeal. Very quickly both wives become pregnant again. Looks like RNG is on our side. Roughly 2.5 years later, our siblings are starting to come of age. Athene just turned 18. Since we are in 1.8, we can summon them from this screen. It's so nice not having to chase people around the map. As you can see, Sir Humpsalot and his brother have been working very hard. 7 kids and both wives are currently pregnant. With our sister in the party, we could assign her a role like leading a party or becoming a governor, but that doesn't help expand the clan size. And since Tale Worlds doesn't allow any Habsburg tactics, we have to come up with another solution. We promote creepy Grenade to a noble, donate a dumpy castle to him, and marry our sister off. While we can't directly control her anymore, she will become another baby factory and her clan will serve our kingdom faithfully. One nice thing about the AI is they don't need to sit in town to get pregnant. It happens passively. The hardest part about becoming a baby factory is dealing with all the kids' age pop-ups. Can't I just be a negligent parent and let somebody else deal with these choices? A couple years later and our little brother has come of age. From time to time, other nobles will send you a marriage request for single ladies in their clan. Be careful though. Sometimes it's a trap and they try to pawn off their old ladies. In this case, Anita is only 26, so it worked out just fine. We call them both into the party across from the map, strip them down to speed up the baby making process, and enjoy some quality time together as a family. Anita is pregnant for the first time. Nice job, little bro. I guess I can't make fun of you for being a virgin anymore. Let's check in on our little sister to see how her womb is doing. Holy crap, 4 kids already. Glad to see it runs in the family. At roughly 8 years in, we hit a dry spell with no new babies coming anytime soon. This will generally happen as each lady racks up 3 to 5 kids each, and getting pregnant from here on out is still possible, but just less likely. Now we wait for all the kids to grow up and continue the family's hedonistic traditions. Looks like we still had one in the chamber and squeeze another baby out. Our brother's first child has come of age, Eric. We send for him to join us and start the search for a wife. Not long after, our first daughter comes of age as well. We shall promote another companion and marry her off. Let this next scene be a lesson to all of you. I was more than an hour into the experiment and was getting lazy, accepting this marriage proposal without checking. It was a single man's worst nightmare. A grenade. What's worse, she's almost 40 years old, which means having a kid will be exceedingly difficult. Be careful who you arrange marriages with. Don't just jump on a grenade. Time to promote another companion and marry off our daughter. I don't care how you treat her, Eric, just spam the babies out at all costs. Let's take a closer look at our handiwork. We have 23 family members that we have direct control over, but even more impressive than that is the massive list of kids our daughters and nieces were spitting out on their own. We have 9 other kingdom clans that are tied to us through marriage, and each have 4 to 8 kids each. Creepy Dude has 8 of his own. We have 39 grandkids in total, bringing the whole kingdom size to 89 nobles. Who needs to recruit when we can run our own baby factory? In the next episode, we will cover which companions are best to recruit, which single nobles are the best marriage candidates, all the different roles our companions can fill, and several example builds for each. Until then, don't forget to make babies with that like button, and I'll see you on the next one. Athene, any Habsburg tactic. And since Tailworth, a couple years, without further ado, let's get right into the ripping and the tearing. If we start a campaign,